Like this race politics shit, this all political correctness shit, it's a bunch of faggotry and it's annoying. So you got guys like me to come in and say, this is bullshit. Like I'm gonna roast all you motherfuckers, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, it don't matter. Because the fact that we can't even have comedians making jokes anymore, that's the problem, because comedians are the last line of defense of free speech. And that's the issue here. Because it starts with, this is offensive, we need to censor this. Then they censor it. Then comedians are the last ones basically where they're able to make a joke. Once you start to censor comedians, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, what the f? Even comedians are pissing out now about making racial jokes. This is problematic.
No, but I feel like where people get sensitive at, right? For example, right, with the stat of like the average like black woman is like what, 187 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Linebacker.
So, yeah, right? No, hey, listen. So folks will say, okay, that's an example of black women being targeted because, for example, I think the average like a Spanish woman is like 168 pounds and 5'1" between 5'2". The average white woman is 5'3" and 170 pounds, right? Again, like the average black woman is 5'4" and 187, right? You can say, based on the height difference, that's not too far off, right? But we target black women and say fat bitches, but then why don't we say like fat hoes to the Spanish women and the white women? Because they're all obese as fuck. And right.
Well, the average woman is 175. The average black woman's about 187. So we're talking about 10 pounds over.
But that, again, though,
in the aggregate, that's a lot of weight.
That's a lot.
175 pounds and 5'1", 5'2".
That's still fat.
And 180 and 5'4" ain't that far off.
But if you were to ask, if you were to ask a dude who's extra sexually attracted to black women why they like black women, a lot of them would say like, man, I just like that ass.
Thick, curvy.
I like a girl a little thicker. It feels like people who aren't racist also are kind of like in on that, right?
Yo, that's a full 10 pounds heavier, bro.
How about this? Say that 5'7" is not attractive, but 5'1",
you know, I can stereotype black men. They got bigger dicks than us.
I'll give you this.
I know it. I want to see
for
all
black
your
women,
dicks.
especially with that ass, 10 more pounds. How about that? Fair?
Sure, but we're saying 5'4", 188 on average ain't attractive, but 5'1", 5'2", 170 is. That's a problem, and
neither of them are.
It shows that wait though, true though, but when you say that black women are like not attractive because the average is 188, I'm saying the average white woman is 170. They're not attractive either, right? The Spanish woman is like 168 and they're small.
Well, you're discounting all the other negative stereotypes.
Cool.
So they're fat, loud, obnoxious, rude, fake hair.
No, but
you're forgetting all that.
Might be the attitude.
A small percentage though is loud and obnoxious, right? Again, like the ghetto Boquisha stereotype don't really apply to the majority of black women, right? So like, again, and on average, they're not loud and obnoxious, right? Right, again, and on average, they're not masculine, right? But we would—
I don't know about that.
Target black women with those characters and say this is law when, no, those were created to target them, and that's why we're sensitive about it.
Again, the loudest in the room usually is who? The black women that are, oh my God, this and that, and that is a representation of what black women are because they're the loudest. But the quiet ones are not. So
and
to me,
do you think that's genetic or is that cultural?
I think it's also how they're raised.
Spanish women are loud too.
It's cultural, bro, 100%. Because you talk to Nigerian chicks from Nigeria, they shut the fuck up, bro. But these black American women, they're loud as hell. And they give their opinions as if we care. Because here's the problem: a lot of them are educated, they get a job, I'm strong and independent, and all this other bullshit. So they think that warrants them like us caring about their opinion, but we don't. So again, I'm one of the few guys that calls it out. Y'all are loud, obnoxious, rude, fat, and annoying. And whether they want to improve on that, cool, or if not. I find it interesting, right? Because Kevin Samuels used to say the same shit I'm saying now. Yeah. He might have said it with a bit more decorum.
Sure.
But bro, like, I'm not gonna, like, the way I convey the information is the way I convey the information. Like, if the women want to take it, cool. If they don't, it is what it is. But my job isn't to really
He's not black.
No, he's
for sure. If he was black, people would view it differently.
No, I would argue I am black.
No, but to them you're not.
Oh
remember?
yeah, to that.
He's a tether. Remember?
There's levels to blackness.
Just a tether.
Well, I'm a tether too, so like,
I guess, right? You are.
Yeah, right. No, but like, okay, no, okay, but like, why don't you care about their opinions though? Because I feel like
whose opinions in particular?
I think you said like women in general, right? Or is it black women?
Yeah, no, I don't care about female opinions.
Why not?
Because they're not going to change anyway. They have zero incentive, bro. Like, feminism has pretty much put it in a position where women have all the advantages and all the leverage. Because on one side, they can be like ladies and, get the treatment of chivalry. But on the other hand, they could be strong boss babes and run the world. So they have zero incentive to change or, give any of the leverage that they have.
Bro, but like,
so we got to wake the men up to this shit, not the women. They're not going to change.
No, sure, but like, I feel like most women that we encounter, like, again, I'm not talking about like the Miami, like the LA, like the, like the industry girls, but most just normal chicks are, bro, they're pretty open to change. They're compassionate. They're funny. They're smart. They're intelligent. Why do we, I guess, like, use our experiences with these LA bitches, right? And these Instagram thoughts and apply that to like the majority of the world, which is like normal women.
The problem is that it's social media nowadays.
Sure.
So the loudest in the room,
that's
again, have a majority vote because they are seen as the pinnacle of what women should be. So they go on social media and say, I'm independent, you should be like me, travel the world, have experience, and she becomes the monarchy of basically what women should be. And as a result, they're all on their phones.
Flacco's you're being too nice. No, man, like 90% of these bitches aren't worth wifing up, bro. Come on, man. Yo, because here's the thing, like, here's a problem, right? Like, whether she lives in LA or in Miami or in Dubuque, fucking Iowa, it doesn't matter. The feminism permeates everywhere, and they're gonna go ahead and behave in certain ways. Because I'm telling you guys, women have the ability to do either one. They can be a lady when they feel like it, but they can also be a boss babe when they feel like it. And they use that to their advantage. They're able to kind of double dip versus as a man, you got to be a man at all times. You better pay the bill, be a leader, etc. And if you do go ahead and say, well, we're going to be equal partners, she might date you for a little bit, but you're on a fucking time clock. So my thing is most girls simply don't qualify for a relationship. I'm not here to save the bitches. They're not going to listen anyway. Yeah. I'm here to wake the guys up like, yo, this is what you got to do. This is what you're up against. Because even the nicest of girls that you think is a good woman, she could still subscribe to feminism when it benefits her. I'll give you an example. Sure. Big YouTuber, Steven Crowder, big conservative creator, right? Christian, etc. Yeah. What does wife do? Divorce him, drag his name through the court, trying to destroy his name, right? So she was a loyal Christian when it benefited her.
Trad wife.
But then, she was a trad wife, exactly. But then, thanks to the egalitarian society that we live in, she went and took him to court, tried to frame him, used a fucking DoorDash link or a door, what's that thing? Eufy?
It's the camera.
The camera shit. You guys know what it is. Yeah. She used that shit. She cut the clip, because I was looking at the time thing, where she cut out parts of it and clipped it together to make him look really bad. Right? And then she gave it to a reporter out on Twitter. That guy sent it everywhere, and then they destroyed his name. Right? Luckily, right? Some people saw between it. We did a whole podcast talking about it. But the point I'm trying to make is this. We took a tradcon woman, right? She got mad at her husband. What'd she do? She used the system against him and used this feminist ideology to destroy him. So that's why I tell guys, bro, you're not safe no matter what. So this is why I do this shit.
It's like being a gangster and a snitch.
Yeah, bro. You got to wake. I look at it like we need to wake the men up, because at the end of the day, the men are the ones that take the greatest risk when they marry these women.
And you mentioned women are not obviously bad, but they can be is the issue. So at any point they could switch and say, you know what?
And they're incentivized to do it.
Exactly.
Financially.
Yeah. Well, look, though. I feel like, for example, right? A woman's value is her beauty, right? A man's value is what he works for. So the top 1% of men who got the pockets, they're stubborn as too. The top 1% of women who are, the top 1% beauty, they're stubborn too, right? Meaning there's like these characteristics like at the top.
Beauty is common, success isn't. These bitches shouldn't be stubborn. Because and this is what I mean, like what it takes work to get attractive as a man. Sure. But like building up an empire and a name for yourself, that takes significantly more investment at work than a woman that just is pretty. So that's why, like, when you got a bad bitch or whatever, she doesn't even compare. Like, a lot of these girls don't qualify for the men they think they deserve.
Sure.
And I'm one of the few people that calls it out.
A lot of the girls who look so unbelievably good on Instagram, you like meet them and you have a conversation with them and you realize like, oh, you're retarded. Like, you've managed to make it to this point in life with no fucking brain
and
inside your head.
And they're broke.
And